Alright, so let's talk about the movie that saved Walt Disney from bankruptcy. Cinderella. Cinderella came out in 1950, and it's the story of Cinderella. We all know the story. We heard the story many, many times. And this one is definitely the one that people know the most. But the thing is, it's kind of part Cinderella story, part Tom and Jerry cartoon, because as far as I remember from the movie, Jack and Gus, the two little mice, are being chased around by the cat Lucifer a whole lot more than when Cinderella's on screen. So, yeah. So I can't really say much about the character Cinderella. I mean, she's the main girl. She's nice. She's relatable. She's working for a mean family and all that such. And you want to see her get out of this situation and all such. But the characters that really do shine in this movie are not the mice. It's the villains. I mean, the evil stepmother is one of the best iconic villains that I can really think of. I mean, the first time she's introduced, it's like there's her bed sheets right here, and you just see her eyes glowing in the dark and all that, and it just brightens up. There she is, just petting her cat. It's one of the most iconic moments I could think about a Disney villain until the character Maleficent happens. So, yeah, give credit where credit's due. Also, I didn't really buy the romance that is between Cinderella and the prince. And before I get into that details, I gotta say this. Cinderella's dress is white, not blue. And her hair is strawberry blonde, strawberry red. Am I getting the name mixed up? It's not complete white blonde. It's not. It's like the guy who thinks of Cinderella now making those pictures is colorblind or something. But I'm not gonna make fun of that notion. I'm just saying, you gotta get your colors correct, my friend. But anyway, I didn't buy the romance between her and the prince because they only knew each other for like 2 minutes, and suddenly they're in love. And the only thing I want to say to Cinderella, if she says she's in love with this guy, I say, do you even know this guy's name? Because I never heard this guy's name. The only reason this whole ball is happening is because the king wants grandchildren. And speaking of the king himself, he also is a very funny character, especially when he and the Duke are fighting all the time. Those were enjoyable parts and all such. And that dream sequence the king has with him riding like a horse, and there are 2 kids on it, which are basically his grandchildren. If he did not want grandchildren in this movie, that would have been a really hard scene to explain. I'm just saying. But anyway, you know how the story goes. Cinderella has to leave before midnight. She loses a slipper and everything, and, well, apparently she's the only one with that foot size in the entire kingdom. You know, if I were actually looking for the girl with the missing slipper, I would nail it down to blonde hair only, because she's the only one in the entire kingdom that actually has that hair color. Seriously, if you look at that whole ballroom from up above, she's the only one with that hair color. What makes them think that some brunette or redhead would be able to wear the slipper? It makes absolutely no sense. And it's a good thing that she was the one that got it, because if they would have found a girl with the same foot size, she would have been the next princess. I'm just saying, plot holes. But apart from the plot holes, it is a very enjoyable movie. I mean, it has some entertaining moments for kids, and also, as an adult, you can remember this story, even though there's not exactly any life lessons in this movie. Like, for example, you fall in love with somebody for like 2 minutes, it's a crush. It's not really falling in love, and you don't even know who this person is. They might be into some weird stuff, like that gray guy was from 50 Shades, if you know what I mean. Anyway, that's my thoughts on Cinderella. I'm sorry I made that comparison, but I had no choice. I would say it's fun to watch. It's rememberable. I did like the music for the most part. I will say it's worth watching at least once. So guys, Cinderella, have you seen it? What did you think about it? You totally have saw it, but still, what did you think about it? Well, whatever you thought, comment below, let me know, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.